So I just give one headset.
Well, I guess you're gonna make the announcement out loud, and then you give it to whoever's first.
Yeah, so I just pass it on from one to the other?
Yes.
Cool.
Gentlemen, when you're done with the judge, you're going to sit right here so I can take you out, okay? So just take it from the other one and quit. Ladies, you just go back there and I'll yell for you, okay? Here you go. Who's the judge? Say one to you.
Dyer. You have any other?
Yes.
How many?
She already got it.
Oh.
Stephanie. Ladies and gentlemen, when the judge comes in, I'm going to say all rise, okay? Out of respect for the court, I'm going to need everybody to stand up. All rise.
You may be seated.
Here.
Well, no, this. Okay.
And do we have the interpreter?
Yes. And I have this. I haven't given you.
Is the interpreter able to hear the court?
Yes, the interpreter can hear the court. Can the court hear the interpreter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is the time set for the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for October 13th, 2025.
Buenas tardes, esta es la hora programada para la comparecencia inicial de las 2 de la tarde del día 13 de octubre del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 1st of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar.
La orden judicial que se expidió para la orden de toma de huellas dactilares y la muestra de ADN que se dio el primer día de este mes aplicará a todas las causas de esta lista de causas del día de hoy.
Before we get started, there are a few things that I'd like to explain to you.
Antes de que iniciemos, hay unas cuantas cosas que quiero explicarles.
First, I will be calling each of you up to the podium one by one.
Primero, Voy a irlos llamando a uno por uno y pasarán al podio.
I will ask you for your first and last name and your date of birth.
Les preguntaré su nombre y su apellido y su fecha de nacimiento.
I will then tell you why you are here today.
Después les explicaré por qué están aquí el día de hoy.
I will let you know whether or not an attorney has been appointed to represent you.
Les informaré si se nombró un abogado o no para que los represente.
I will let you know what your upcoming court dates will be.
Les informaré cuáles son sus audiencias futuras.
I will then tell you what your bond will be if you are eligible for bond.
Y les diré de cuánto es la fianza que se fijó en su caso, si es que cumplen con los requisitos para que se pueda fijar una fianza.
And lastly, I will let you know what your release conditions are.
Y después, por último, les informaré cuáles son sus medidas cautelares.
Some of you may have questions while I am providing this advisement.
Algunos de ustedes tal vez tengan preguntas mientras yo les esté proporcionando esta información.
I ask that you allow me to complete the advisement without interruption.
Yo les pido que por favor me permitan que yo les proporcione toda la información sin que me interrumpan.
After I complete the advisement, you will have an opportunity to ask questions.
Después de que termine dar el aviso, ustedes tendrán la oportunidad de hacer preguntas.
You are cautioned to keep your questions related to your release conditions only.
Nada más quiero que tengan cuidado, nada más limiten sus preguntas para que se trate de las medidas cautelares.
This is a recorded proceeding.
Esta es una diligencia que se está grabando.
Anything that you say could be used against you.
Cualquier cosa que ustedes digan se podría utilizar en su contra.
Any questions or concerns that you have regarding your case
Cualquier duda o inquietud que tengan relacionada con su caso
should be directed towards your attorney.
deben dirigirla a su abogado.
The first person that I'm calling to the podium is Arturo Maguilao.
La primera persona que pasará al podio será Arturo Maguellal.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Mi nombre es Arturo Tierra Blanca Maguellal y mi fecha de nacimiento es 06-22-70.
My name is Arturo Tierra Blanca Maguellal and my date of birth is 06/22/70.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with one count of aggravated DUI, driving with a license that has been suspended for a previous DUI, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30. You will have
El 20 de octubre,
You will have a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If you are able to post bond, you'll be released to pretrial services where you will participate in alcohol testing and monitoring. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest. An additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about this afternoon. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer.
No, está bien.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Carlos Verdugo Gutierrez, if you will please come to the podium.
Carlos Verdugo Gutiérrez, por favor, pase al podio.
Sir, can you state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Carlos Verdugo Gutiérrez, 08 del 2000. 08 de noviembre del 2000.
Carlos Verdugo Gutiérrez, 08, November 08, 2000.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony, 1 count of carrying a deadly weapon, and failing to admit, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both counts, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot possess any weapons. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post, a warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Madam Interpreter, can you please inquire as to whether or not anybody else is in need of your services before I excuse you?
Happy to do so, Your Honor. ¿Hay alguien más en la sala que necesite los servicios del intérprete en español? Levante la mano.
No hands are raised? Thank you. All right, thank you so much for helping us out this afternoon. You may be excused.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Haley Anderson, will you please come to the podium? And Brandon Alvarez, will you please have a seat in the chair by the door? Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Haley Anderson, 4897.
You are here today because you have 2 matters. You have 1 new case, and then you have a probation violation warrant. Well, actually, it's a warrant for failing to appear for your probation matter. On your new case, you were charged with 1 count of possession of 2 counts of possession of a narcotic drug, a class 4 felony, and 3 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. I found probable cause as to 1 count of the possession of narcotic drugs. I did not find probable cause as to any of the drug paraphernalia counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. Because you were on felony release at the time that this offense occurred, you are not eligible for a bond today under Arizona law. So you do have an evidentiary hearing on October 22nd at 1:30. And then as to your warrant, that warrant was issued when you failed to appear for your probation revocation possible disposition hearing. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in that matter. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. That warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150. Because you're being held not bondable in the new case, I would caution you against attempting to post that bond. It will not secure your release. Wait until you have your evidentiary hearing to see if you will be bondable. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Alvarez, will you please come to the podium? And Joy Patak, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
First name Brandon, last name Alvarez, date of birth 7/10/1994.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, a Class 1 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. Is the state of hearing on this one? I'm so sorry, Ms. Gahn. My Teams is not up right now. Did you want to state your appearance at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
Ms. Gaunt, I believe
Were
I
you
did. I'm in. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's an echo, and I don't know if it's.
Oh.
I did get your recommendations.
That's fine, Your Honor. If there's a concern regarding the audio, I would just stand on the state's written recommendation, Your Honor.
No, it was just me getting my Teams. I think I'm okay now. So did you want to be heard regarding, did you want to make a record of your recommendations or any other information that you wanted to provide to the court at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The state is asking for $1 million cash only bond along with electronic monitoring and no contact with the next of kin as the court routinely orders. The state is very concerned. There were previous incidents where Mr. Alvarez was in contact with law enforcement previous to the incident yesterday where he shot and killed the victim. He indicated to law enforcement that he had acted in self-defense. However, the evidence shows that he fired his weapon approximately 4 times at the victim. There is a concern regarding his ongoing mental health status in regards to a petition for mental health treatment that was filed back in the fall of the fall of 2024. There was a concern at that time that he had previously threatened to kill this victim while he was holding a gun. There was a previous another incident in May of 2025, and so it does appear that there were ongoing threats from Mr. Alvarez to the victim. Additionally, he has prior arrests related to domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct. Given all of that and the serious nature of the charges, we believe that that bond request is appropriate. Thank you.
Ms. Khan, I will only say that in the recommendation that I received, you asked for a $1 million secured appearance. So, were you amending that recommendation?
No, Your Honor, I apologize. I simply misspoke.
Okay. So I am going to order a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. The court did consider the state's recommendations as well as the criminal history of Mr. Alvarez, as well as the seriousness of the offense and the alleged facts surrounding this offense. And for all of those reasons, I think in the interest of public safety, as well as to immediate family members, I do believe that this bond is appropriate based on that information. If you are able to post bond, you will be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot possess any weapons, and you may not have any contact with the deceased victim's immediate family. If you fail to comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court date, your bond would be forfeited, or it would issue for your arrest. An additional bond would be imposed. Mm-hmm. So this takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, you step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
Okay.
And Ms. Gaunt, are you going to remain, are you appearing on number 18 as well?
Yes, Your Honor, number 18, as well as sorry, there's one other matter, number 18 and number 22.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Ms. Patak, will you please come to the podium? Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Okay, so what they have me under? I'm just gonna say,
Ma'am, all I need, is your first name Joy?
no, I told them it's,
Ma'am, I read the form for statement, and I know that, based upon that,
I told
that
them it's
multiple
Venus.
names were given, and that within the course of contact with you, that they were able to confirm your identity. So at this time, I'm asking you, is your first name Joy? Yes or no?
It's Venus.
If you are unable to answer my questions, then I will have to move you to another calendar.
Yeah, I told them that's what they want to say. I just want to get out of here. I don't know why they put me under.
Well,
I
we
even
can't
gave them
even
the
get to
correct
that
birthday.
point because you won't even answer my questions right now.
Okay.
So I'm asking you, when you were born, on your birth certificate, does your name say Joy? Does your first name say Joy?
Not at all.
Deputy, when Ms. Patak was processed, were you able to identify her as Joy Patak?
She refused her fingerprints, ma'am.
I did fingerprints, but they just
Because I have
they're going to put
information
me
that
under
that's how
this.
she was identified, was through running her in the Form 4 statement. All right, Ms. Patak, if you are not able to answer my questions or unwilling to answer my questions, we will go ahead and we will move you to another calendar. So we will move you to the 5 p.m. calendar, and I will just give the directive that we go ahead and look to get information so that we are able to identify this individual outside of her, if we can have other means of identifying her since she's not cooperating. Ma'am, if you'll please go ahead and have a seat. Clarissa Billy, will you please come to the podium? And Jessica Zamora, will you please have a seat in the chair by the door? Hello, ma'am. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Clarissa Billy, May 9, 1983.
You are here today because you have one new case and you also have a probation violation matter. On your new case, you were charged with one count of aggravated assault with a weapon or dangerous instrument, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. I do have to add some additional information. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You are permitted one civil standby with local law enforcement to assist you in collecting your essential belongings. And if you fail to comply with the no victim contact order in this case, I did make those corrections. You could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with these release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in any bond that you post, the loss of that bond, and a warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond would be imposed. As to your probation violation matter, I appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And again, if you're able to post bond, you cannot possess any weapons, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your total bond between the two cases is $25,500. Remember, please appear for your court date, comply with your release conditions. If you fail to do so, you will lose the bond that you posted, and warrants would issue for your arrest. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to reprint her, if, don't give her that one, because I had to reprint her order, so we have a different one up here. I had Stephen Gonzalez next.
I thought you said Jessica Zamora.
I did not. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We'll do Ms. Zamora, and then Mr. Gonzalez, just go ahead and have a seat. Ms. Zamora, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jessica Zamora, 7/31/86.
You are here today because a warrant was issued when you failed to appear for your court date. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in this matter. You have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. If you fail to appear for your court date, that would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Another warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. Looks like you have a question?
Yes, I was going to see if you can reconsider that. I'm in care of my disabled mom, and I'm the provider, and I do work, and if you could just let me out on probation.
Well, you haven't been adjudicated of anything yet, so I can't release you on probation. And this warrant, you're asking me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay.
Your warrant was issued on October 10th of 2023, so you've been on warrant status for almost 2 years. And you had to have known this offense was from October 16th of 2022.
I was at the time I was in a abusive relationship. He used to lock me inside the house and beat me. That's why I didn't make it to my court date. That court date was to get on probation.
Well, you didn't go.
Because I was locked inside the house. He used to beat me, and that's the reason why I didn't.
Okay.
But I'm not there no more, but my mom.
I'm not changing it.
I'm in care of my mom, and she's disabled, and I'm the one that pays the rent.
Ma'am.
Please.
No. And it's not that I'm unsympathetic. People have problems. You knew that you had the opportunity to be placed on probation. I don't know how long your circumstances had been occurring, but it seems like you've been out of that situation for some time. I also know that an attorney was appointed to represent you, and that at some point in time you could have contacted your attorney, let your attorney know what was going on. You did none of those things. So I am not confident that if you were released or if I modified the bond that you would come to court, because this warrant is 2 years old. So I'm not changing the order. You may step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork. Mr. Gonzalez, will you please come to the podium? Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Steven Andrew Gonzalez, 01/29/95.
Sir, you were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. You are also here on a probation violation warrant. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. That warrant had a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,250. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court dates. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would again issue for your arrest, and additional bonds could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Mr. Soto, will you please come to the podium? And Ivan Hunter, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. It's Paul Soto, August 17th, 1984.
Sir, you were here today because you have 1 new case and you have 2 probation violation warrants. You were charged on your new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a narcotic drug, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to both charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. As to your 2 probation violation warrants, I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. Each of your warrants have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. So your total secured appearance bond between the 3 cases is $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot possess any weapons, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Ma'am?
Thank you.
I have a job that I've been going to for a year. Is there no way I can be released to pretrial?
You're currently on probation right now. And while on probation, you've had police contact, which is a violation of term 1 of your probation. So that's why you have the probation violation. You're on probation for 2 cases. And I believe that the underlying offenses for those 2 cases are similar related charges for what you are here for today. So I think that you have some other things that you may...
I'm the only one who pays my bills, and I don't want to lose my job. I'll lose everything. Please, I promise I'll be good in pretrial.
Sir, you can't say that when you're not in compliance right now with the probation that you're already on. Pretrial is not available when you're on probation.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Mr. Hunter, will you please come to the podium? And Alondra Diaz, will you please have a seat in the chair by the door? Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ivan Hunter, 12394.
Sir, you were here today because you have 2 probation violation warrants. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. Your first warrant has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Your second warrant has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. So your total secured appearance bond is $350. If you are able to post bond, you need to appear for your court date. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, so please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork. Alondra Diaz, will you please come to the podium? And Trevin Williams, will you please have a seat in the chair by the door? Well, ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Alondra Diaz, July 5th, 2001.
You were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of exceeding the posted speed limit by 20 miles per hour or more, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the charge, you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You do have an arraignment hearing on October 29th at 9 a.m. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today, which means I am releasing you without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes.
Failure to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and a bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. If you have no questions for me, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
Okay, so I won't be paying anything, right?
I'm releasing you without bond.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Williams, will you please come to the podium? And Sheena Becerra, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Trevin Williams, 7/28/1990.
You are here today because a direct complaint was filed. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is March 4th of this year. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on October 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 30th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services, which means that you will be released into the community, but your release will be supervised by pretrial services. You do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, I promise. The only,
Well, hold on. Please be advised that if you fail to comply with your release conditions, in your packet will give you all the information regarding pretrial services. If you do not comply with pretrial services and other release conditions, or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will issue for your arrest and a bond would be imposed. So just for you, now to be clear, I am releasing you today without bond. I am releasing you to pretrial services. Do you understand that?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, I was just gonna say, the only reason I didn't, show up, because I was locked up on.
Well, this is not a warrant for failing to appear.
Yes,
This
sir.
was a direct complaint that was filed, and it appears as though the address that you were given, that the court had at the time that your summons was returned. And so that's why a warrant was issued.
Okay.
Okay? So if you have no other questions, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Ms. Becerra, will you please come to the podium, and Mr. Lopez, will you please, after Ms. Becerra, we do need to clear.
Sheena Becerra, 10-1285.
Ma'am, you are here today on a new case. You were charged with, I'm so sorry, give me one moment here.
Trespassing.
No, hold on a second. Okay. Actually, we will need to clear after Ms. Vasquez. No, I'm not done. I'm sorry. I was just letting them know what the order of what we're doing here. You were here today because you were charged with 1 count of possession of a narcotic drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession and 1 count of trespassing, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on October 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 30th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services today, which means that I am going to release you without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear for your court dates?
Yes.
You cannot return to the scene of alleged crime is one of your release conditions, as well as you must comply with the terms of pretrial services. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest and a bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, you'll step to your left. The officer will give you your paperwork. I am not calling Mr. Lopez right now. I'm calling Ms. Vasquez. So people are just going to do what they want to do? No, I am waiting for Ms. Vasquez.
Oh, sorry,
Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Stephanie Vasquez, August 19, 1999.
You are here today because there is a warrant for your arrest out of the state of Texas, which makes you a fugitive of justice. As a fugitive of justice, you do have the right to have an extradition hearing. You are entitled to bond, and you can hire an attorney at your own expense. One would not be appointed to you because this is a matter that is civil in nature rather than criminal. An extradition requires a governor's warrant to be signed by both the governor here in Arizona and the governor in Texas. That process can take between 60 and 90 days. You also have the right to waive the extradition process. If you choose to waive an extradition hearing, you would not be entitled to bond. Texas would have 30 days from tomorrow to come pick you up if you have no local charges pending. If you have local charges pending, that 30 days would not begin until after those local matters were resolved. Did you have an opportunity to review information regarding extradition?
Yes.
And do you know what you'd like to do today, or do you have any questions?
Well, I had a question. Basically, if I sign the paper, that means that I don't, do I still have to wait out the 30 days, or do I just get sent out immediately?
Well, Texas has 30 days from tomorrow to come and get you if you choose to waive.
And what if they don't?
We can only keep you for 30 days.
Because I'd rather just sign the paper, because, there's no point in fighting it.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
not gonna wait the 60 days just to get sent to Texas either way.
Okay, that's your decision to make. It's just, my job is to tell you what your rights are. And
But just to be sure, that's technically what it is, right? Like those 60 days are for me to fight whatever it is.
No, the 60 to 90 days is to wait for the, you have to wait. There's a whole process, right?
But could I get bonded out then, or is that
Your
not a
bond
thing?
is $80,000,
The whole amount?
secured appearance,
And what's the percentage of that?
10%.
Okay. And then would I have a chance to have someone actually, like, pay for that? Like, if I can get in contact with my, like, whoever can bond me out, is that a thing? Like, could I do that?
They have information back in holding regarding the, with different bonding agencies. I really can't advise you any more than that because this is basically a criminal matter for Texas. So I don't know what a bonding agency would do regarding a matter that's out of state.
Okay.
So you've asked me several questions. I'm not sure how you would like to proceed. And
Well, honestly, I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed either at this point.
So as today, you don't have to waive anything. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $80,000, and you will have your first hearing on October 22nd at 1:30.
October 22nd, what's the date today?
27th. Today is the 13th, so your next hearing will be on next Monday.
And then I wanted to see, was there any chance that I could get my emergency contact number in that time, or no? Because they
Those
won't.
are questions that have to do with your property in jail. The only thing that I can answer, the only questions I can answer is about what happens here regarding your warrant. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
Okay, so we will go ahead and print out your order. You will see another judicial officer on October 22nd, or 27th, pardon me, at 1:30.
Can I take this with me?
Will you give it to one of the officers? Mr. Lopez? Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Thomas Lopez, 07/16/76.
Sir, you are here today because you were charged with one count of aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on October 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 30th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services, which means you will be released to the community, but that release will be supervised by pretrial services. You do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear for your court dates?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the following release conditions. You will be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, and you cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot have any contact with any minors. You are not to possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You are permitted one civil standby with law enforcement to assist you in collecting your essential belongings. If you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, you'll please step to your left.
I just want, so I'm going to release, we're not bombed?
You're being released without bond, but you cannot return to the scene of the crime, and you cannot live with the alleged victim.
Okay, so how much is the bond?
You don't have a bond. I'm releasing you to pretrial services.
Okay.
I feel like you're not listening. So I'm going to say this one more time to make sure that you are listening and that you understand, because if you violate these release conditions, you could find yourself in trouble.
Okay.
So listen closely. I'm releasing you today without bond.
Okay.
But I'm releasing you to pretrial services. What that means is that while you're being released without bond, there's conditions to your release that will be observed or communicated to you by pretrial services. So they're going to let you know what you have to do as far as pretrial services is concerned. One of my conditions that will happen before you are released is that you will be put on electronic monitoring.
Okay.
The second one is that you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, and you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim, and you can't be around children. You can't possess any weapons, and you cannot live with the victim. If you violate any of these release conditions, and all of that will be on that paperwork, so do not lose it. If you violate those release conditions, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and at that point, a bond could be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. If you have no other questions, if you'll step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
All right, thank you, my honor.
Ms. Claudia Rodriguez, will you please come to the podium? Are we, I thought we were clearing. Can somebody come up here, one of the, Ms. Rodriguez, can you please state your first and last name? No, he doesn't. I haven't seen him yet.
Sir.
Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Claudia Alvarez Rodriguez, May 31st, 1989.
You were here today on a new case. I'm sorry, Ms. Gant, did you want to state your appearance at this time?
Your Honor, Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
Ma'am, you were here today because you were charged with one count of aggravated assault on a minor, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Ms. Gahn, I do understand that the state has submitted a request to seal the Form 4.
Yes, Your Honor, the state is asking to seal the Form 4 and replace it with the redacted version because it contained the minor victim's name.
Thank you. That motion is granted. Ms. Gahn, I do have a question regarding I don't want you to leave just yet because I do have some questions when we get to release conditions, okay?
Okay.
The court does find good cause for the motion to seal, so the court will seal the Form 4, and that Form 4 will be replaced with the addendum for Form 4. I did appoint an attorney to represent you, and you do have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. Ms. Gahn, did you want to be heard on release conditions at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for a $10,000 secured appearance bond. This is based on the domestic violence nature of the offense. Ms. Alvarez Rodriguez allegedly physically assaulted the 13-year-old victim. The state does acknowledge that it doesn't appear that she has any prior criminal history. However, we are concerned for the victim's safety. Thank you.
Do you know if DCS was contacted? That was not clear when I reviewed the Form 4 statement. So I'm not sure if DCS is involved or where, because I also understand that from the probable cause statement that there's also a younger child in the home as well.
And Your Honor, unfortunately, I don't have that information.
Okay, thank you. I am going to order a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim. I'm also ordering that you cannot have any contact with minor children, unless the exception is that if DCS is involved, you may have supervised visitation through DCS or a family court order. And if DCS is involved, you must comply with all directives of DCS regarding contact with minor children. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. She probably needs to be cleared. Mr. Ruiz, if you'll please come to the podium. Can you please say your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jose Ruiz, 12/08/2005.
Ms. Gaunt?
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
Sir, you were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of sexual conduct with a minor, a Class 2 felony, 1 count of sexual abuse, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of furnishing obscene materials to a minor, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to all 3 charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. Prior to the hearing, I did review the victim impact statement. Ms. Gaunt, do you wish to make a record for the state?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is asking for a $250,000 cash-only bond, and if Mr. Ruiz is able to post that, we'd ask for electronic monitoring as is required by statute, no contact with any minors, and no internet use. This requests are based on the nature of the charges. Mr. Ruiz allegedly engaged in ongoing and repetitive sexual conduct with the victim when she was between the ages of 5 and 10. There was a strong weight of the evidence, as Mr. Ruiz has made admissions. We are concerned that he is a significant danger to the community at large and to this particular victim. Thank you.
Thank you. I am going to follow the recommendations of the state based on the information that was provided, the serious nature of the offense, as well as taking into consideration the victim impact statement. I do believe a cash bond in the amount of $250,000 is appropriate to, most importantly, ensure the safety of the alleged victim. If you are able to post bond, you will be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victims. You cannot have any contact with minors. You are prohibited from accessing the internet. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Okay. No, I think that's it.
Alroy Zacharias, date of birth, June 4th, 1998, is here on one new case and a violation of probation warrant. He is not physically present in court due to the inability to function. On his new case, he was charged with 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to those counts, and I did appoint an attorney to represent him. He will have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. He does have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. As to his probation violation matter, I did appoint an attorney to represent him in that matter. He will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on October 20th at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. His total secured appearance bond between the 2 cases is $3,000. If he is able to post bond, he cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, initiate any contact with the alleged victims, nor can he possess any weapons, and he must contact his probation officer within 72 hours of his release. Mr. Zacharias will be advised that if he fails to comply with his release conditions or he fails to appear for his court dates, that would result in the loss of any bond that he posts. A warrant would issue for his arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. I will meet with Mr. Zacharias. If any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. Raul Valdivia, date of birth, April 28th, 1974. He is here because a warrant was issued when he failed to appear for a court date. He's not physically present in court due to his inability to function. An attorney was already appointed to represent him in this matter. He will have a status conference hearing on October 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 22nd at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Mr. Valdivia will be advised that if he fails to appear for his court dates, that would result in the loss of any bond that he posts. Another warrant would issue for his arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. I will meet with Mr. Valdivia. If any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. I believe that this takes care of everybody, so the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar is, we are standing in recess until 5 p.m.
All right.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for October 13th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of October shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed to assist you, when and where your next hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, and what your release conditions and bond may be. I will not read all of the release conditions to you. That is your responsibility, but they are court orders. I may point out one or two, depending on what type of matter you have, that are specific to you. Please remember, you're all here for criminal matters. You have the right to remain silent. This hearing is being broadcast and recorded. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. I'll call you in one at a time, and if you'll come stand here at the podium, then I'll call a second person's name and they'll sit in the chair by the door. And counsel, your matter is actually towards the end, so if you just want to have a seat, we'll get to your matter when it's in order. Thank you, sir. We'll begin with Tyler Payne. Please come to the podium, and then DeMarco Gee, have a seat by the door. Okay, thank you. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Tyler Payne, March 3rd, 1994.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed 2 counts of having narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. 1 count dangerous drugs in your possession, Class 4 felony. 1 count of drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. And 1 count of prescription drug possession is a misdemeanor. Based on the law enforcement's report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are not eligible for bail today because you were released on what's called felony release while you were waiting for another case, and that was 2025-123019. So under the Arizona Criminal Rules of Procedure 4.2A7A, you are not eligible for release today.
Okay.
Your attorney's phone number is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. DeMarco Gee, or G, please come to the podium. And then Kobe Egnor, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
DeMarco G, 05/31/1990, owner.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 matters. The first one is a failing to appear at your trial management conference that took place on April 30th of 2021. So you already have an attorney in that case, but now you have a new hearing downtown Phoenix on October 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. On that matter, they did set a cash-only appearance bond that this court will affirm. It is $5,000. Your second matter here today, though, is an arrest warrant, and that is an arrest warrant from a direct complaint. So what happened here is you were arrested on January 23rd, 2021. That was the same day as that failing to appear looked like, and it was for aggravated driving under the influence, and you have 2 counts of that. That is a Class 4 felony. Because this direct complaint and you were arrested on that day happened while your other charges were pending, this is called new allegations of criminal activity while you were on felony release. So you are not eligible for bond today. I did go through and just double check your various dockets because you have a few matters with the court, and unfortunately that is correct. So under the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, again, it's 4.2, you are not allowed to be released. So don't pay that other bond. You're going to get both sets of paperwork, the new charges, and then this direct complaint. But don't pay the bond that's on there because they will not release you. You will be transported to the next hearing, and the judge at that time may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
I have one question. Does that mean my 2 warrants are squashed?
No, it does not. I did look it up, though, to see if there was a motion to quash, and it had been filed. And actually, there was a, there was a hearing set. And so we're using that same hearing date. We went ahead and affirmed that because there was a hearing set about the motion to quash, but it hasn't happened yet. So you'll be transported to that hearing, and you can speak with your attorney there when you go. Okay, you do have attorney's information on your paperwork as well.
And my court date will be on there?
All of it's on there, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kobe Egnor, please come to the podium, and then Elijah Dawson, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Kobe Egnor, 12/7/1998.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because of a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 4 and 15D of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. You do have a probation revocation arraignment hearing coming up downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Because of the nature of your probation violation, you are not eligible for release today. It will most likely result in a period of incarceration. So under the Arizona Rule of Criminal Procedure 7.2C, you are not bondable.
Okay, because when my family called, it says that I am bondable.
There was a bond on the warrant, but based on the allegations of your violation of probation, that will most likely result in a term of incarceration. You are not eligible for bond today. So you will remain in custody until your hearing, and that is on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Elijah Dawson, please come to the podium. Tristan Begay, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Elijah Dawson, 3794.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a new case. There's allegations that you committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning, and you do have a secured appearance bond available. It is $25,000. If you're able to make that bond, you will be released under pretrial services with electronic monitoring. You are not to go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. I do understand that may be your residence, and so because you are ordered not to go back or have contact, if you need to, you may go one time with law enforcement. So you have to arrange it ahead of time with law enforcement to go and get necessary items like your medications, your ID, or some clothing for the hearing, but you have to be escorted.
Okay.
If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Tristan Begay, please come to the podium. Kaniski Cretain, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Tristan Begay, 09/12/1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a new case. It was alleged that you were driving under the influence, and it's aggravated, so it's a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond. It's a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will be released to pretrial services with random, weekly drug and illegal drug and alcohol testing. That is an opportunity for you to show the next judge that you can remain sober. If you are not able to make this bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the next hearing, and that judge there may change these orders.
So, am I being released today?
There is a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you can make that secured appearance bond, you may be released under conditions, and you need to review those conditions. If you cannot pay that bond or use a bail bondsman to satisfy that, then you will not be released and you'll remain in custody.
Until that court date?
October 20th, yes, sir. Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Kaniski Cretan, please come to the podium. Joy Patak, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Kaniski Cretan, 10/01/91.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging burglary in the 3rd degree, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be October 20th at 8:30 in the morning, and the county recommended and this court found that it was appropriate a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Especially, do not go back to the Circle K that's on Thunderbird Road. If you are not able to pay that bond, you will remain in custody, be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders.
All right.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Joy Patak, please come to the podium. Is Joy available? Okay, thank you, sir. After that will be Cameron Williamson White. Please have a seat by the door. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Joy PTAK 10/14/74.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging criminal damage, which is a Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, which is a Class 6 felony, and then also resisting arrest passively, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $2,500. If you are able to pay that bond, do not go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims. Do not have any weapons, any drugs without a valid prescription. You must contact your case manager within 24 hours of release from custody. This information is all written on your paperwork. If you are not able to post the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to your hearing. The next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork, ma'am, and have a seat. Thank you. Cameron Williamson White, please come to the podium. Isabel Gampi, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Cameron Williamson White, 03/09/2006.
Thank you, sir.
Before we start, can I say something?
So please remember, this hearing is being recorded and broadcast. So we don't want to discuss the merits of your case. That's something you would discuss with an attorney or the next judge who will make a decision about your case. I'm just telling you why you're here, where you're going next, and if you're eligible for release conditions. Did what you want to say have something to do with what I am going to tell you? You can ask a question at the end. So can you reserve those thoughts for the end?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So you have two matters. The first one is a grand jury warrant. There is allegations from the grand jury warrant that on December 13th, 2023, you were part of a riot, which is a Class 5 felony. And that an attorney has been appointed to assist you in that matter. Their phone number will be on your paperwork. You are eligible for release. So your next hearing is October 21st at 8:30 in the morning. The grand jury bond is a secured appearance bond. That means you may use a bail bondsman, and it's $2,000. Your other matter here before this hearing is a probation violation warrant. There's allegations that you violated terms 1, 4, and 7 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you in that, and you'll have a probation revocation arraignment hearing on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. If you are able to pay the bond, that one is $100. Make sure to call your probation officer within 72 hours of release and go to your hearing. So don't pay one bond and not the other. Make sure you can pay all of it, or you won't be released. If you are released, call your probation officer and go to both hearings. If you cannot pay the bonds, you will remain in custody. You'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge can change these orders. Okay, sir, do you have a question?
Not anymore.
Okay, thank you. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Isabel Gampy, please come to the podium. Melissa Morgan, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Isabel Gampy, January 10th, 1983.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 3 matters. It looks like there is a new case, and it is alleging 1 count narcotic drugs in your possession, class 4 felony, 1 count dangerous drugs in your possession, class 4 felony, 1 count dangerous drug paraphernalia, which is a class 6 felony, and then 3 counts of driving with a suspended, canceled, or revoked license. That's misdemeanor. So this court did review the law enforcement report and did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you in this new matter. Your new case has a status conference downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There's a secured appearance bond in this matter set at $750. If you're able to pay that, you'd be released to the supervision of your probation officer. Your other matters are probation violation warrants. They are alleging that you violated terms 3, 7, 15 on one of them, and on the other one, 3, 4, 7, and 15. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your probation revocation arraignment hearing is October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond. One of them asked for, and this court affirmed, a $750 secured appearance bond, and the other one was $500 secured appearance bond. So altogether, that is a $2,000 secured appearance bond for all 3 of your cases, the 2 probation and then 1 new one.
Okay.
If you're able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to all 3 of your hearings. If you are not able to pay the bond, you'll remain in custody. You'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge can change these orders.
Okay.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Melissa Morgan, please come to the podium. Joseph Rockwell, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Melissa Morgan, 32974.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 2 matters. It appears they are both, there is 1 arrest warrant. This is a direct complaint, and this came out of allegations from June 14th, 2024, that you shoplifted with 2 or more predicate convictions. So that's a class 4 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing on this direct complaint is October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a $1,500 secured appearance bond set for that new matter.
Okay.
Your other matter is your probation violation warrant, and on that one, it is alleging that you violated terms 1, 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your hearing is downtown Phoenix, October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a $100 secured appearance bond set for that. So together you have a $1,600 secured appearance bond. If you're able to make that, call your probation officer and go to your 2 hearings for the new case and your probation case.
Okay.
If you are not able to make that bond, you will remain in custody, be transported to your hearings, and the next judges may change these orders.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Joseph Rockwell, please come to the podium. Ricardo Gonzalez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Joseph Rockwell, 11/10 of 1991.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a direct complaint. That means that you were arrested a while ago and now they have filed charges. So this is from allegations of May 19th, 2025. One count theft of means, which is stealing a vehicle. That's a class 3 felony. And then the second count is unlawful flight from law enforcement. That is a class 5 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a cash-only appearance bond set for you from this direct complaint of $1,000.
Okay.
If you are able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer within 24 hours. I did not see a second, sometimes when you're on probation, they will hold you and do another warrant, but I haven't seen that.
And the reason for that, excuse me, sorry, I haven't started probation yet. I was supposed to start probation the day I get released from prison.
Okay.
So I haven't even met my probation officer or nothing.
All right. So if you pay this $1,000 bond, I'm not sure how you're going to call your probation officer if you haven't met them yet.
No,
do you have their number?
I got the facility, the West Phoenix one. I know where to go to.
Good.
They told me where to go.
So make sure you report in and then also go to your hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. And that's on October 20th. So all of this information is on your paperwork, including your attorney's phone number.
Thank you.
Okay, please have a
good day.
Thank you. Ricardo Gonzalez, please come to the podium. Talar Banks, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ricardo Gonzalez, September 1st, 1984.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a failing to appear bench warrant from a status conference that was on September 17th. Okay. Ooh, I might have given the other gentleman incorrect information. I did look up in your case, you had a motion to quash that was filed, so your attorney did their job, but the status conference, or excuse me, the minute entry order for the hearing on that motion wasn't set until October 17th. So we are affirming that hearing, October 17th, because that motion was filed. However, this warrant is still valid, and so you are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to pay that bond, make sure you go to that hearing on October 17th. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to that hearing, and you'll see your attorney there. He's already working for you. You should have his contact information already. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Talar Banks, please come to the podium. Alexandra James, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Tyler Bings, July 30th, 1995.
Thank you, and I apologize for saying your name incorrectly.
It's all right.
You are here today because you failed to appear at a status conference on September 26th, so a warrant was issued for your arrest. You already have an attorney in this case, and your next hearing will now be October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you are able to pay that bond, make sure you review your conditions of release. If you are not able to pay that bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. The next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
Alexandra James, please come to the podium. Maria Leadham, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
It's Alexandra James, 8/12/1990.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today for a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today, and there is a secured appearance bond set at $500. If you are able to pay that, you'll be released to the supervision of your probation officer. So make sure you call them within 72 hours and go to your hearing.
Okay.
If you are not able to pay that, you will remain in custody. You'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge can change these orders.
When would you say my next hearing was?
October 20th.
October 20th?
Yeah, that's 7 days from now.
7 days from now?
That's right, ma'am.
Okay, so I will remain in custody if I don't pay the 500?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Maria Leedham, please come to the podium. Eric McCullough, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Maria Leedham, 6/18/1979.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your next hearing downtown Phoenix, which is October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $500. If you are able to pay that bond, you'll be released under the supervision of your probation officer. So you need to call them within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you are not able to pay that bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. The next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Eric McCullough, please come to the podium. Andre Bryant, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Eric Michael McCullough, 9685.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation. It was alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today on a secured appearance bond of $250. I do see that you are all in orange. Are you on hold for another matter?
I actually came from Valley Wise, a mental health facility, Your Honor.
Okay.
I've been there for the last 2 months.
All right. So I do not have the ability to transfer you back to mental health court, but they may do that at your next hearing. I would encourage you to contact your case manager. Do you have a case manager?
I do.
Okay. So if you are able to pay the $250 secured bond, call your probation officer, but also call your case manager as well and let them know where you are, and then go to your hearing. If you are not able to pay your bond, you will remain in custody and you'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Andre Bryant, please come to the podium. And then Charlotte Gauze, have a seat by the door. Andre Bryant. Oh, no, I apologize. He should have been at the bottom. Okay. Charlotte Gauze, please come to the podium. Carlos Hernandez, please have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Charlotte Gauze, December the 7th of 1977, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case with allegations of 1-count taking contraband into a correctional facility, which is a Class 5 felony. I did read the law enforcement report. You may ask a question at the end. Okay. 1 count of drug paraphernalia, 1 count of obstruction or not giving your true name, and 1 count of criminal trespassing. Those are all misdemeanors. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is October 20th at 8:30 in the morning, and there is a secured appearance bond set at $250. Okay, if you do make that bond, you have some no contact orders. Don't go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, and follow any order of harassment that is issued against you. Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry. I have absolutely no recollection of receiving any of those charges. When did I receive any of those charges?
So these are allegations right now. They are not actual charges yet. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and you can talk about what happened with your attorney. Their phone number will be on your paperwork. Yes,
but when did this happen? When did I get these tickets? I've never received these tickets.
So what happened is you were arrested, and then they filled out a law enforcement report. So it looks like you were arrested on today. You were arrested today, this morning at 4 a.m.
I was in custody in another county up in Flagstaff, Your Honor. I was not arrested this morning. I would have been in Flagstaff custody since Thursday or Friday night. After a 12-hour layover in the emergency room up there where I just received some devastating news about my physical health.
Okay, one moment, please. Can you please have a seat and let me review the record?
I'm sorry, please
and
do.
And then I'll bring it back.
Sorry,
okay, no problem. I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Carlos Hernandez, please come to the podium. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Carlos D. Hernandez, 07/13/1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a justice court warrant. It is alleging that you exceeded the speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour. This is a misdemeanor. This court is not entitled to appoint counsel due to the nature of the allegation, so you can hire your own attorney or you can represent yourself. Your next hearing is at the University Lakes Justice Court on October 16th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you today at $100. If you're able to pay that bond, make sure you go to your hearing at the University Lakes Justice Court. I've included their phone number for you on your paperwork as well, so you can call and be prepared to take care of this matter when you go. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
So I have to pay the $100 in order for me to leave the facility?
Yes, sir. And if you cannot pay the $100, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and then the next judge may change these orders.
Understand.
Okay. Please have a seat. Kevin Holleran, please come to the podium. Sir, I believe this is your case. And I believe State is going to appear as well. Are they on? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, right there.
All right. Counsel for Mr. Holleran, would you like to announce?
Yes, Your Honor. Todd Coolidge on behalf of Mr. Holleran, who is present in custody.
Thank you, sir. And for the State?
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the State.
Thank you. So we're here today because of allegations, and there was some change. I'm not sure if you were updated, Mr. Coolidge, but it looks like there was a Form 4 addendum, and now the allegations are 1 count of aggravated DUI passenger under 15, which is an F6, so class 6 felony, and then still the 1 count of DUI with VAC of .08 or more. Is that correct, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So
And my Form 4 shows that. I knew those were the charges.
Just making sure.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to be heard on probable cause, Mr. Coolidge?
No, I mean, I've read the Form 4. I'm assuming that the court found probable cause.
Yes. This court did find probable cause. Would you like to be heard on release conditions?
Absolutely, Your Honor. And I've seen the state's recommendation. I was going to also agree or ask for pretrial services with drug and alcohol monitoring. I represent Mr. Holleran in another misdemeanor case out of the city of Mesa, and obviously he has shown up for all of his court dates. We saw in the Form 4 that there's a failure to appear from more than 2 years ago. His criminal case has only been going on for less than 2 years, so I'm not sure when that was, although I did see that there's an allegation of a DUI from 2007. Mr. Holleran is not aware that he ever failed to appear for any of those court dates. He's always been in touch with me, always made his court dates. And so I would ask for pretrial services. There was one request that not to operate a vehicle with a minor in the vehicle. The person in his car with him was his girlfriend and his girlfriend's child. He has minor children of his own that he has shared custody with. I would ask that that term not be in the release conditions, just the don't operate without having consumed alcohol and don't operate without a valid license. He's not a threat to his children or to his girlfriend's children. I would just ask that obviously those other terms would preclude him from driving if he had a kid with him.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Gaunt, do you have a response?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. As defense counsel has already mentioned, my review of Mr. Halloran's criminal history seems to indicate that he does have a misdemeanor DUI conviction from 2007. Granted, that is a pretty long time ago at this point, but it does certainly give the court, or excuse me, give the state some concern that this is at least his second incidence of driving while he's impaired. And the state is asking that the court does include alcohol testing and monitoring, and we would like the restriction to not operate a motor vehicle with a minor child. Obviously, we disagree with defense counsel's statement that Mr. Halloran is not a danger to his children or to his girlfriend's child. He was operating a motor vehicle while he was impaired with the child in the car. So we certainly do think that he is a danger and believe that restriction is required to protect the safety. Thank you.
Thank you. So these are the court's orders. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 28th at 8:30 in the morning. You will be released today under supervised release, and that will include random testing for illegal drug and alcohol use no less than weekly. So you will get an envelope with information that you do need to follow. I am going to keep the restriction of not driving a motor vehicle with anyone under 18 years old in the vehicle. So that means you could be a passenger, but you could not operate the vehicle if there is a minor in the vehicle. And that is because you showed a lack of judgment, allegedly, by driving under the influence with a minor.
May I ask something about that?
So you can ask your attorney.
Okay.
And all of these orders may be changed by the next judge at your hearing on October 28th.
And that's through the court? Okay. Yes, Judge, I didn't know this at the time. Per court order from the divorce court, from the family court, he has to have a device, SoberLink device in his vehicle, and he's tested 3 times daily when he has custody of his daughter. So he wouldn't be able to drive if he had anything to drink with his child in the car. And so again, I would ask.
Okay. I do appreciate that added safeguard, but at least from now until October 28th, you are not to operate a vehicle if there is a minor in the vehicle. And this random testing actually gives you an opportunity to prove to the next judge that you can remain sober. And so the next judge may change these orders. That is a possibility. Okay. These are the court's orders. Is there anything else from Ms. Gaunt from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you for your time today. And from counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time today. If you want to discuss, we do have that room available.
No.
Okay.
I think I can kind of.
All right, we appreciate your time. Okay, I'm going to recall, Ms. Charlotte Gower. Please come to the podium. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, thank you for your patience, ma'am. I was on the wrong record. We have the correct one now. Okay, so you're here today on a failing to appear for a comprehensive pretrial conference. Yes, and that happened on September 23rd of 2025. It sounds like you may have been in custody at the time. Okay, so you have an attorney in this case, and just as a reminder, this case was dangerous drug possession, which happened in May this year, and then drug paraphernalia from May of this year. So you have an attorney already appointed. Now you have a new hearing date on October 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a cash-only bond that at $250, if you're able to make that bond, you'll be released under pretrial services. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to beg mercy of the courts because I was in the emergency room just Friday, and I got some devastating news about my some physical problems that now I'm aware of that I need to have surgery for as soon as possible, or else they could become, I don't even know how to say it, they could become deadly, right? But they did not perform the surgery while I was up in the city where they just took me into custody, right? I was up there for a solid 12 hours getting tests done. And they said that because they do not perform the surgery that I need there, that I need to talk to my doctor as soon as I got back to this side of town and schedule the surgeries. Is there any possible way, Your Honor, that you could please see leniency and have me released to an ankle monitor so that I can get this surgery done as soon as possible? I mean...
So, ma'am, if you have a medical condition, that is very important for you to discuss with the detention officer.
I did. I discussed it. I discussed the one. I do have MRSA on top of it, which they said that should have kept me out of their facility in the beginning. But I just finished more antibiotics. They found cysts on both my ovaries and my kidneys. The ovarian ones are they can deal with that, but the ones on my kidneys look like they might not be able to deal with those. I'm not capable of coming up with the $250 again for this bond, Your Honor. Is there any possible way that you'd be willing to consider releasing me to an ankle monitor so that I can
No, ma'am. So this warrant does stand, and I do see that you were arrested in Coconino County, so I appreciate your forthrightness with the court. Thank you for letting us know. Unfortunately, this bond does stand, but you should tell the detention officers where you are, what you need, what type of medical assistance you need. You can also advise your attorney of that, and they can advocate for you.
So I've tried since I got here this morning to receive the medicine that I was supposed to be taking regularly, and I've not been given any of it since I got here.
Here in the ITR, they might not be able to do that for you, but if you are then put into a regular jail, they have more medical that can assist you.
But with the MRSA, they've had issues with keeping me in here, but I've always been able to post my bail before now. I'm working right now, I've been helping people set up their own businesses online and sell things online. So the only people that I have right now as clients are people that I've helped. And I can't get a hold of those people without my phone numbers that were in my phone.
Right.
I'm just begging, can you lower the bond at all, Your Honor, even to something maybe just a little bit more reasonable for me? Because I don't have access to any of my accounts, I would be dependent on anybody that I could get a hold of to help me come up with the money and then let me pay them back like I've been doing.
Okay.
This isn't the first time that I've come into your courts, but I've always paid my bail and I've always showed up at my hearings. I'm not a flight risk, Your Honor, and I promise you that if I had been capable of being there that day, I would have been there. I did contact my attorney that day. I was in a lockdown facility, so at that point I wasn't capable of making it. And that was the only reason that I was not there. I've always respected Your Honor and this court as well as any allegations against me.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay, I do see the motion to quash that was put in about this warrant, but then I also see that you weren't able to go to the hearing. Let me see.
I was made aware of the actual next date, and I did speak with my attorney's assistant today here from the waiting room multiple times, and tried to get a hold of her in order to find out where the misconception came in. I don't know if she didn't have my right phone number.
Right. So, ma'am, at this point, because I'm looking through your notices, you have actually failed to appear multiple times according to the docket.
But I haven't.
So that is something you'll want to speak to your attorney about. This warrant is going to stand. Please do ask for medical assistance once you are transferred out of the ITR, and let your attorney know where you are.
Is it possible to please lower the bond a little bit more?
Not today.
That's all I was asking.
Okay.
And I'll shut up.
So what is it? 250.
Another 250.
This is 250.
Okay, so what about the first one I paid?
Okay.
Oh,
Mr. Emmanuel, Exo Chikale, please come to the podium. Jody Bowers, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Emmanuel Amador Chicale, 32988.
Thank you, sir, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name. You're here today on a new case. There's allegations of aggravated driving under the influence, which a wrong way, which is a Class 6 felony, and driving under the influence with a combination of drugs or alcohol, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. After reviewing your criminal history and your record, this court believes that you may be released today under supervised release with random testing for illegal drug and alcohol use no less than weekly between now and your next court hearing. Your next court hearing will be October 28th at 8:30 in the morning. You are not to have any drugs without a valid prescription or consume any alcohol between now and your next court hearing. That's why they'll be testing you. This is an opportunity for you to prove your sobriety to the next judge. Please have patience as you are released today and make sure you go to your hearing or they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
One question that I have, Your Honor, I had a family gathering that's going to be out of the state. Will I be able to travel?
Is it before October 28th?
They will.
So at the moment, no, you would not be able to travel out of the state. You can talk to your attorney and ask if they can put in a motion before your hearing and see if the next judge will order to allow that. But right now, at this moment, no.
Okay.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Jody Bowers, please come to the podium, and then Calvin Davis, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
I'm Jody Ann Bowers, September 20th, 1994.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging that you stole a vehicle, so theft of means, which is a Class 3 felony. The court has found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 28th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under pre-trial supervision. So you will get your paperwork as well as the envelope, and they will assist you in making it to that hearing. Between now and then, you are not to have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You may not have contact for any reason with the alleged victim, even if they contact you first. Just ignore any text, calls, social media until you go to your hearing. The next judge can change these orders, but from now until then, no contact.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
Calvin Davis, please come to the podium. Severino Webb, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Calvin Davis, June 20th, 1960.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. There's allegations of criminal trespass and criminal damage. These are both misdemeanors. So this court is not entitled to appoint an attorney for you in this type of a matter, but you do have a hearing coming up. It's at Tolleson Municipal Court on November 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. So you can hire an attorney or you can represent yourself, but you do need to go to that hearing. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing, and I've included their phone number for you so you can call ahead and find out what do you need to do to get this taken care of.
Yeah, I don't run away from anything, but I never even knew. I thought this was if you look at the record, I had put in a motion for it to be quashed, and he didn't.
It didn't, yeah.
Okay, and then I had a person that actually admitted to what he was trying to charge me with. I'm
So
not.
make sure you take care of this.
I'm not understanding it.
Are you being released today, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and handle that with Tolleson.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Severino Webb, please come to the podium. Please say your name and date of birth.
Seferino Webb, 7/26/1976.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a justice court warrant, and they're alleging that you failed to pay your fee at a parking entrance, which is a misdemeanor.
Yes.
This court is not able to appoint an attorney for you in the nature of this charge, but you can hire one or represent yourself.
If I violate it, I'm just going to pay it.
Your next hearing is at the Hassayampa Justice Court. It's on October 29th at 9 a.m. I've provided their phone number for you as well,
Yes,
so you can call ahead and get this taken care of make sure you show up prepared. You will be released today on your promise, OR, to appear at that hearing. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. We do have one person that we will be seeing as a house call, and this is Andre Bryant. And their date of birth is 8/1/1975. They are unable to function. It is a new Superior Court case where they were alleged to have taken contraband into the correctional facility, which is a Class 5 felony, drug paraphernalia, obstruction, refusing to give a true name, and criminal trespass, all misdemeanors. Their next hearing is going to be October 20th, 8:30 in the morning. I have appointed an attorney to assist them. They do have a secured appearance bond of $250. They do have no contact orders if they make that bond. They're not to return to the scene of the crime or have contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, and of course, any order of harassment that is issued must be followed. It is not my intention to return to this recording. If there are any changes, they will be made on the written order. At this time, the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar is in recess until 11 p.m. Oh, 8 until 8 p.m.
All right.
Please be seated. Good evening. This is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for October 13th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of October shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the recording, this is a specific type of hearing. I will be telling you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed to assist you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount. I will not read all the release conditions to you. That is your responsibility to review those. They are court orders, but I may point out one or two that are specific to your matter. Please remember, you are all here for criminal matters, so you have the right to remain silent. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. These hearings are being broadcast and recorded, so anything you say may be held against you. I will call you in one at a time. Here in the middle of the room there is a podium, and then I'll call the second person's name, and if you could please sit in that chair by the door, we can move efficiently. Axel Sauceda, please come to the podium. Timothy Bailey, have a seat by the door. Right here, sir.
Hi,
Please say your name and date of birth.
Guillermo Quintero Sauceda, 11/26/2000.
Thank you, sir, and I apologize for saying your name in the wrong order.
That's okay.
You're here today on a bond surrender, and it looks like you may have an attorney here with you today. Is that correct?
Yeah, Alexis Brooks.
Okay, I do see her on the screen. Ms. Brooks, would you like to announce?
Good evening, Your Honor. Alexis Brooks on behalf of Mr. Quintero Sauceda. He is present in front of you.
Thank you, ma'am. I understand this is a bond surrender. Did you have an argument you wanted to make before the court?
Yes, Judge, just briefly. So, my client, he has been out on bond for quite some time. I did speak with the bail bonds company earlier today, based on the Form 4 indicating that he was not complying with release conditions. I'm able to avow to the court that I spoke with them, and the reason that his bond is being revoked has to do with the guarantor not wanting to have those funds and be on the line for him at this point. So this isn't a situation in which my client did not abide by release conditions. It's a financial aspect of it and the collateral falling through. My client has been completely compliant since being released. He's on an ankle monitor prior to this. We actually did just obtain permission from his case management judge for him to even travel out of the state next week. So that just goes to show this court that he has been completely compliant. I understand that his bond was $50,000. I am asking this court to modify that and lower it at this time to a $25,000 secured bond. My client is working full-time. He has 2 children. He's lived in Arizona his entire life and never lived anywhere else. He does, I understand, have priors, and in those cases where he did have to go to DOC, he was out of custody at the time. He self-surrendered and reported to the court to self-surrender and do his time. He's not a flight risk whatsoever. And again, he's been completely compliant. This isn't a situation in which he was not complying with his release conditions. It's just a financial issue of why the bail bondsman needed to take him back into custody. And again, the court did grant him permission to leave the state, which I do believe acknowledges that the court sees how well he's been doing on release.
Thank you. I do appreciate your arguments. And if I was the first one to set bond in this case, they would be very persuasive. Unfortunately, though, today we are just going to reinstate what the prior bond was and the prior conditions. So I do appreciate you coming and making those statements and arguments on behalf of your client. But it will go back to exactly what it was. So it, as of December 3rd, 2024. So I understand that it has been a year and you have demonstrated compliance, but it will go back to being a $50,000 secured appearance bond. There is a hearing set, though, for October 21st. I'm not sure if that is before or after your planned travel. The 21st is before your travel? Oh, it's after?
I believe the travel was granted for the 23rd, Your Honor.
No, can I talk?
One moment, because you do have an attorney, so let me just look, because I can also look it up. I would just hate for you to say anything that you haven't coordinated.
Okay.
So, okay, yeah. So the order is allowing the defendant to travel to Anaheim, California, October 20th through the 23rd. And the 20th is the first, 21st is the first day that we had a hearing available to set. Let me just check one thing, please. One moment. Okay, so I just was reviewing the guidance that I have about the bond surrenders, and unfortunately it would be the managing judge who would be the one to change that to lower the bond. So you could file a motion to do that. And I don't know who your managing judge is, whether you put urgent or something else on there, if it could be completed prior to the travel. But the hearing is set downtown Phoenix, October 21st, 8:30 in the morning. It is a status conference. The bond will remain at $50,000 secured appearance bond. The electronic monitoring is still in place because that was the original order. And then all the same original conditions on release are in place. If your attorney is able to get a motion for that to be lowered from the managing judge on this case, because it's pending right now, they would be able to inform you of that. Otherwise, you will remain in custody if you cannot pay the bond and be transported to the hearing, and then the next judge could change these orders on the 21st. So those are the orders of the court. Is there anything else you would like to say, Ms. Brooks?
No, Your Honor, just let my client know he can give me a call tomorrow. I'll be in the office.
Okay, and you have her phone number? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your appearance today. Thank you for your patience. They will provide you with the paperwork. Please have a seat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Timothy Bailey, please come to the podium. Jesse Pomeroy, have a seat by the door.
Hello.
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Tim Bailey, July 11th, 1992.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. There is an allegation of 1 count of aggravated assault. That is a Class 3 felony. 1 count of possessing a weapon by a prohibited person. That is a Class 4 felony. And then 1 count of misconduct involving weapons, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond. It is set as secured appearance bond at $25,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will be released with electronic monitoring. You are not to go back and have any contact with the alleged victim, witness, or complainant. Do not consume any alcohol between now and your next court hearing. And if any orders of harassment are issued against you, you must follow those. Those are court orders.
Okay.
If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody. You will be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Cool. Thank you.
Jesse Pomeroy, please come to the podium. Alyssa Morales, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jesse Pomeroy, 5/28/1981.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on an out-of-county warrant. It is a child support warrant from Gila County. So you do have a hearing coming up on October 16th at 8:30 in the morning. An attorney will be appointed to assist you. It is a cash-only purge bond of $2,000. So if you are able to pay that cash bond of $2,000, you would be released today, but make sure you go to your hearing in Gila County. If you don't, they may issue a warrant for your arrest. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
And you might need to wait for just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, can I have him sign over here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please come over here because then you have your purge bond paperwork. Yeah. Okay.
Am I getting these today?
If you can pay the bond, you may be released. If you cannot pay the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to the hearing.
Oh, I can pay it.
Okay.
But I
Then you just have to talk with the detention officers about making those arrangements. Oh, wait, here's your copy. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Alyssa Morales, please come to the podium. And then Eileen Alexius, have a seat by the door. Is there an Alyssa Morales? She is wearing a black shirt, or okay, there we go. Burgundy. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alyssa Morales, 10/29/96.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on probation violation warrants. The first one alleged that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. An attorney has been appointed to assist you at your probation revocation arraignment hearing. That will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Your first one has a bond of $1,000, secured appearance bond. If you're able to pay that, you'd be released under the supervision of your probation officer, so you need to call them within 72 hours and go to your hearing. Your second matter is also a violation of probation. It alleges you violated 3, 4, 5, and 15. This one requested a $750 secured appearance bond. So together that's $1,750. Again, if you're able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer and go to your hearing. If you're not able to pay the bond, you'll remain in custody, you'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Eileen Alexius, please come to the podium. Kia Vawar, have a seat by the door. Kia Vawar, please sit by the door. Eileen Alexius, thank you. Please say your name and date of birth.
Eileen Alexis, 12/23/73.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. The first is a new case. There's allegations that you used an artifice with intent to shoplift. So that's a class 4 felony, meaning you used something to do that. Based on law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And in this new case, you have a secured appearance bond of $1,500, and you would continue to be supervised by your probation officer. Your second matter is also a probation violation warrant. You did not go to your probation revocation arraignment hearing. So that was on September 18th, and you did fail to appear. You already have an attorney in that case. Now you have a new hearing date of October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. It looks like these are both on the 20th. They are in two separate courtrooms. So when you go downtown Phoenix to Superior Court, please let them know you need to go to both courtrooms for your new case and your probation case. If you're able to make your bond, so on your probation violation warrant, it's a $100 bond. So altogether, it is $1,600. If you are able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer and go to both hearings. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearings, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Kia Vawar, please come to the podium. Glenn Hill, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Kia Bauer, March the 5th, 1975.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today for a new case. There's allegations of 2 counts of aggravated assault, which is a Class 5 felony, 1 count resisting arrest with physical force, that's a Class 6 felony, 2 counts of assault with recklessness, and 1 count of criminal trespass. Those are both misdemeanors. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond today, and that is a secured appearance bond of $1,500. If you are able to make that bond, you will be released under pretrial services with electronic monitoring. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Especially do not go back to the QT located on Thomas Road. All of this information is on your paperwork. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody, be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Glenn Hill, please come to the podium. Michael Jump, have a seat by the door.
I gotta stop talking. How hard is that?
Please say your name and date of birth.
Glenn Hill, April 28th, 1991.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. We'll wait for just a second. I just want to make sure you can hear me. I know my voice is not very loud.
I hear you.
Okay. So it looks like it was alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is a probation revocation arraignment hearing. That's downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond today, and it's a secured appearance bond of $900. If you're able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Michael Jump, please come to the podium. Lindsay Leclerc, have a seat by the door. Yep, Michael Jump. Right here in the middle, sir.
Your Honor, how are you doing today?
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Michael Jump, 11/13/79.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. There's allegations that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did not find probable cause on the allegation of the narcotic drugs, but did find probable cause on the dangerous drugs, the crystals. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a secured appearance bond available of $500. If you are able to pay the bond, make sure you go to your hearing, or they will issue a warrant for your arrest. At that hearing, they may bring additional evidence, or they may have tested the evidence they found and bring additional charges. So just be prepared. You do have an attorney appointed to assist you. If you do not attend the hearing, they will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Lindsay Leclerc, please come to the podium. Marie Butte, have a seat by the door. Marie, have a seat by the door. Thank you. Lindsay, go ahead and come up here. Please say your name and date of birth.
Lindsay Leclerc, 8/12/91.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today because you failed to go to a status conference on May 12th of this year. So an attorney has already been appointed to you in this case. Your next hearing will be on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You are still eligible for bond. It's a secured appearance bond of $500. If you are able to make that bond, then you will be released to pretrial services with the same release conditions, and that includes the random illegal drug and alcohol testing every week. So if you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Marie Butte, please come to the podium. Brendan Giffen, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Mary Jane, 32006.
Thank you, sir, or ma'am, excuse me. You're here today on a new case with allegations of narcotic drug possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond. It is a secured appearance bond of $250. If you are able to pay that, you'll be released under pretrial services. If you are not able to pay your bond, you'll remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. The next judge may change these orders. It looks like there may be some other bonds out there already for you too from Phoenix City Court. Have you already been to see Phoenix City Court? Okay. So even if you were to pay your bond, they may hold you until you see the people at Phoenix City Court. So I just want you to be aware that there is a hold on your record right now, okay? So if you might want to talk to your attorney before you decide what you want to do. Your attorney's phone number is on your paperwork. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Brendan Griffin, please come to the podium. Leah Granville, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brendan Joshua Griffin, October 9th, 1982.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a probation violation warrant. You did not go to your probation revocation arraignment on July 1st, so they issued a warrant for your arrest. You already have an attorney in this case, and your next hearing will now be October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a bond available for you. It's a secured appearance bond at $150. If you're able to pay that bond, make sure you call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your next hearing. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork.
Your Honor, the bond was paid as I was being transported here.
So I don't show a record of that, but you can ask the detention officers to double check that for you. I'm not sure what they will find.
Okay. Thank you.
This way. Leah Granville, please come to the podium, and then Crystal Lewis, have a seat by the door. Good evening.
Good afternoon. I don't know what it is.
It's 8:22 p.m.
Oh, sorry. Good evening.
Fine. Please say your name and date of birth.
Leah Granville, 02271988.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today for a probation violation warrant. It is alleged that you violated term 1 of your probation. So anytime there's any new alleged criminal activity, that is a probation violation.
Okay.
An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing will be a probation revocation arraignment hearing downtown Phoenix on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond today, and it's a secured appearance bond of $50. If you are able to pay that bond, and I see that you are all in orange, are you here in custody on something else?
Yeah, I won't be able to pay the bond for either or, so
Okay.
I'll be going to get detained.
All right, then they will transport you to the hearing, and the next judge can change the orders. So all the information, including your attorney's phone number, is on your paperwork.
Thank you.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Bye.
Crystal Lewis, please come to the podium. Julius Garcia, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Crystal Lewis, 73189.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 2 matters. The first is a new case alleging that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. You have a hearing coming up on October 28th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under the supervision of your probation officer.
Okay.
Your other matter, of course, as you know, is a probation violation, and that is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your probation revocation arraignment hearing. That will also be October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay. So when you are released today, call your probation officer and go to both of your hearings, okay. One for your new case and one for your probation case.
Okay.
All of this information will be on your paperwork. There's no bond or bail set for you today.
Okay, so I can get rid of today?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Julius Garcia, please come to the podium. Nathaniel Collette, have a seat by the door. Just right there, behind. Please say your name and date of birth.
Julius Garcia, 2595.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 1, 3, and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you at your probation revocation arraignment hearing. That will be on October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under the supervision of your probation officer. So when you are released today, you need to call your probation officer, and then you need to go to your hearing, where they will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Nathaniel Collette, please come to the podium, and then Cameron Scroggins, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Nathaniel Collette, 7406.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a Term 1 violation of your probation, so another charge that you came in on, and now you have this allegation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your probation revocation arraignment hearing will be downtown October 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today, but are you being held for something else?
No, just the other charge.
And has that already been resolved?
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to make bond, or are you being released OR?
No.
You are not being released?
Mm-mm.
Okay. When is your next hearing, do you know, for your other case?
On the 20th.
It's also on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to have to edit this one. I'm going to add a $50 bond to make sure that you are transported to this hearing if you are already being held right now. Okay. Because I would hate for you to miss a hearing and get a failure to appear warrant when it's not your fault because you're still in custody.
Okay, so I'm not being released today?
No, sir. So because you just told me that you're being held on a different matter until the 20th, I'm putting a $50 bond on this for you to make sure you're transported to this hearing so that the next judge can see you and they could release you, but that way you're not getting a failure to appear warrant.
All right, because I'm only being held right now because of my first charge.
Right. So now you're being held for $50 on your probation violation, but that will make sure that you get transported to your hearing.
Okay.
Okay. They'll give you your paperwork and you can have a seat. Thank you, sir. Mr. Cameron Scroggins, please come to the podium. Please say your name and date of birth.
Cameron Scroggins, 10/18/1984.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a justice court warrant. It looks like there is a failure to pay, and so this court is going to release you on your promise to go to the justice court hearing. Let me tell you about that. It is set for Maryville Justice Court, October 29th at 11 a.m. I've included their phone number for you as well. You are going to be released here in a few hours on your promise to go to that hearing. But I just want you to know so you have all the information. They are asking for a $500 secured appearance bond. We're not going to collect that today.
Understand.
But you do need to get this taken care of or they will keep issuing warrants. All right. Please take your paperwork and help me. This was the last matter on the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar. So the calendar is now in recess until 11 p.m.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on October 13th, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders will be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. When I talk to you today, I'm going to be giving you a list of release conditions. I'm not going to list all those conditions. The full list of your conditions will be on your paperwork. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. The first time I call is going to come into the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Okay, please get Alex Gonzalez to the podium. Jesse Cernas to the chair, please. Hi, could I please get appearances from defense counsel?
Your Honor, good evening. Chris Dorn on behalf of Alex Gonzalez.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Alex David Gonzalez, May 28th, 1983.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for interference with judicial proceedings, disobeying an order of the court, class 1 misdemeanor. Mr. Doran, are you here simply only for the IA, or will you be representing Mr. Gonzalez for through the entirety of his case?
Just for the IA for now, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will change that. And are you here to argue probable cause, release conditions, or both?
Both, Your Honor, please.
Okay. Would you like to make your record regarding probable cause first?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure if the court has the copy of the order of protection. I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Gonzalez's family law attorney in a contentious family law case that's ongoing and is the subject of the probable cause statement. The information that I have is that Trivium is not a protected address on that order of protection. So I'm not sure if the court has that. It does look like a Maricopa County case, but my understanding is that it's not a protected address, which is the whole basis for the charge.
So I do not. All I have is the Form 4. Did you get a copy of the Form 4?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay. All right, and then at this time, since you're the only party present, would you like to make your record regarding release conditions as well?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gonzalez has no criminal history. The Form 4 does not allege anything about any injury. It indicates that he was going to his children's parent-teacher conference. He has 50-50 custody with his ex for his children. I spoke to his family law attorney about that as well. He resides here. He was recently in a pretty traumatic car accident, so he's on disability. He's not a flight risk. He's not a danger to anyone in the community. And he has his significant other, Mandy, that will be picking him up upon his release if the court allows him to be released on his own recognizance. So for all of those reasons, we're asking the court to release him on his own recognizance tonight.
Thank you. After hearing from defense counsel and reviewing the Form 4, based upon the information in the Form 4 and without any information before me to the contrary, I will be finding probable cause at this time. Mr. Gonzalez, finding a probable cause is the lowest legal standard in our legal system, and it's not an admission of guilt or innocence at this time. It's simply finding a probable cause as to whether a case can go forward. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to talk to your counsel as long as you have him. Sir, so I am finding probable cause as to the Class 1 misdemeanor IJP. I'm not assigning counsel because you're currently being represented by Mr. Doran. If at any time during the case, if you find yourself not represented by counsel, would you please ask your judge to assign you counsel?
I will, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Your next court date is going to be October 22nd. That's at the Goodyear City Court. Again, based upon all the information before me and upon hearing from defense counsel, I'm going to be setting a minimal secured appearance bond. It's going to be a $100 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to post that bond, these are the following release conditions that you have to abide by. These are some of your conditions, not all of your conditions. Please read your paperwork to know every single one of your conditions. At this point, you are not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And you must obey the terms of any orders of protection that are placed out against you. Counsel, do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor. I guess just the only thing would be if the court is going to set a nominal bond for $100, he has family members that are trying to pick him up out of custody. I don't know when they're able to post that. I would reurge the request if the court would release him on his own recognizance. He's obviously gone out of his way to get an attorney here to appear at 11 o'clock at night. He has every intention of showing up to court and doing this, and his family just wants him home as fast as possible.
I understand, and I understand your concerns, and you've made your record. At this time, I will be affirming the $100 secured appearance bond. I'm sure you already know this, counsel, but whenever they are ready to pay that bond, 4th Avenue Jail can receive that As soon as they receive that payment, whether it's tonight or sometime overnight or early tomorrow morning, it'll still take about 4 to 5 hours to have them processed out. So, any other questions for me?
No, Your Honor, I understand. Thank you. And Alex, Mandy will come pick you up after she posts that.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, at least for now, you have counsel. If you have any questions for him, please keep in contact with him so long as he is your attorney. And we have new paperwork. Did they get the new paperwork? Okay, if you would please step to your left, you'll have new paperwork for you. Thank you. Thank you, counsel, for appearing.
Of course.
Jesse Cernas to the podium. Ryan Cleary to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
10/21/69, Jesse Cernas.
Thank you. You are here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for unlawful use of means of transportation, a Class 5 felony. I have found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. But sir, at this point, please don't try to pay that bond. You are on parole. A parole hold is going to be held for you. A parole hold is going to be put out for you. And so even if you try to pay that bond at this time, you won't be released because of that parole hold. I'm not sure what DOC is going to do at some point, but you're going to finish up your case here first. If they get rid of that parole hold, then you'll still have that $10,000 secured appearance bond in place. All right, sir. Again, your next court dates October 20th and October 22nd. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Ryan Cleary to the podium. Richard Maes to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Ryan Cleary, July 19th, 1996.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case and 2 failure to appear warrants. Let me talk to you about your failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date on both of those is October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bonds set by your original judge. It's a $2,000 cash bond for each one, so total $4,000 cash. As to your new case, you've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd of the Downtown Superior Court. Please don't try to pay that $4,000 cash bond because it's been alleged that you committed this offense while you were out on release for your other felony charges. You're going to be held non-bondable at this time. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Richard Maes to the podium. Philip Vanderslice to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Richard Maes, 7/14/87.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for arson of an occupied structure, a Class 2 felony, animal cruelty, a Class 5 felony, endangerment, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a Class 6 felony. I'm not finding probable cause for disorderly conduct at this time. I am finding probable cause as to the other 3 charges. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $100,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there are any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. Most importantly, you can have no contact with the victim whatsoever through any means. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Furthermore, you may have no contact with any type of animal. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Philip Vanderslice to the podium. Eric Contreras to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Philip Jesus Vanderslice, 09/18/97.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. The grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on July 15th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is October 21 in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $50,000 cash bond. That's on top of any other bonds that you might have while you're in custody. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Eric Contreras to the podium. Faith Snyder to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Eric Contreras, July 14, 92.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case and 2 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, criminal damage, a Class 4 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond at $10,000. You also have 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates October 20th for both of those in the downtown Superior Court, setting secured appearance bonds of $250 on the first one and $3,000 on the second one. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must continue to follow the order of protection that's out against you. Most importantly, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Faith Snyder to the podium. Danye Smith to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Faith Snyder, 6/3/90.
Thank you. You're here today on an out-of-county warrant and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your out-of-county warrant first. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's October 16th. That's at the Apache Junction City Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the judge out there. It's a $1,500 secured appearance bond. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you counsel. Your next court date on that is October 20th. October 20th, that's here in the Maricopa County Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000 on that one. If you're able to bond out on both of your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. Danye Smith to the podium. Keenan Childry to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Daniel Smith, 9788.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name.
It's okay.
You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for burglary in the second degree, a Class 3 felony, criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, Furthermore, if you bond out, you're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there are any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. Finally, you may not reside with the alleged victim, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. And you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. If you want to wait there for 1 second, you're going to get brand new paperwork. All right, thank you. You can please step to your left. Keenan Childry to the podium. Taylor Morton to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Keenan Childre, December 6, 1988.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. These are alleged to have occurred back on June 24th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Taylor Morton to the podium. Cynthia Hernandez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Taylor Mackenzie Morton, June 15, 2000.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and 4 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20th and October 22nd at the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. You also have 4 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on all of those is October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court. Each one of those has a $250 secured appearance bond, so total $1,250 secured appearance.
Thank you.
If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. The most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days.
All right.
Thank you. Please step to the left for your paperwork. Cynthia Hernandez to the podium. Roy Horton to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Cynthia Rose Garcia Hernandez, 9/18/92.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. Roy Horton to the podium. Carlos Vega to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Roy Horton, July 2nd, 94.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm signing you an attorney. Your next court date is October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting secured appearance bonds of $250 on each of your cases, so total $500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you are not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Carlos Vega to the podium. Arnold Carpio to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Carlos Fernando Carrillo Vega Jr., November 23, 2001.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant and a municipal court warrant. Let me talk to you about your justice court warrant first. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is October 16th. That's at the White Tank Justice Court. I am reducing that bond down to $100. You also have a city court warrant. I'm also assigning counsel. Your next court date is October 23rd. That's at the Youngtown City Court. I'm going to reduce that bond to $400. So total is $500 secured appearance for both of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. So why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you, man.
Arnold Carpio to the podium. Raul Valdivia to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
My name is Arnold Trujillo Carpio, and date of birth is August 18, 1956.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Raul Valdivia to the podium. Emmanuel Abogabo to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
4/28/1974.
Name, please.
Raul Valdivia.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's October 22nd. That's at the Goodyear City Court. I'm reducing your bond down to $200. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Emmanuel Abogabo to the podium. Jovan Gill to the chair, please. We're still trying to find one?
Yeah, please disconnect.
Okay. While we're waiting for the interpreter, there's one matter that I have to visit back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Michael Lopez, date of birth 11/15/1991, here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date's October 20th in the Downtown Superior Court, affirming a $250 secured appearance bond. If he's able to bond out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact his probation officer within 3 days. After visiting with him back at his cell, if I'm to make any changes to his release conditions, I will come back on the record to make those changes.
I'm not able to take with me. Year one. Okay. Who refers to you? R-U-B-Y. D-A-R-I-S. R-U-B-Y. I have a little matter in the system. Yes. Yes. They're not really going to, they don't want to do it. Do you want me to keep trying?
Can you try one more?
Yes.
Hi, Dios. So we're having trouble finding a Rwandan interpreter. So we might have to move him from calendar to calendar until we find one. We're gonna try one more time. If we don't find one, we just might have to keep on moving him until we can find an interpreter for him. I just want to give you guys the heads up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Year one. Year one. Year one. 878. Thank you. No.
Okay, a couple of things, a couple small changes that have gone on. First of all, in your narrative, somewhere in there, you please put your address. Search. Right, I will search for any structures for the properties. Do you know what those secondary structures are, or if there are?
I will look into it.
Okay. So, yeah. Search it. Find out. Okay. All right, thanks very much.
Hi, is the interpreter on the line?
Hello, this is interpreter speaking. Yes, of course. Hello.
Hi, thank you for your help. I will be speaking to the defendant now. Could you please state your full name and date of birth?
Watubwira amazina yawe yombi ndetse n'igihe wavukiye?
Nitwa Manuel Birushyabagabo, navutse tariki ya mbere ukwezi kwa mbere irindwi n'icyenda.
Waravuze ngo amazina witwa Biri, wakongera ukasubiramo?
Emmanuel Birushyabagabo, navutse irindwi n'icyenda ukwezi kwa mbere tariki ya mbere.
I'm called Emmanuel Birushyabagabo, and my date of birth is January 1st, 1979.
Thank you. You are here today on an arrest warrant.
Impamvu uri aha ngaha ni ukubera igipapuro gitanga uburenganzira bwo ugomba gufungwa.
Legal cause was found to hold you on 2 charges of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol.
Ubushinjacyaha bwahawe ikirego gishinzwe mu ishami ry'umutekano w'umuhanda cy'uko ugomba kuba ufunzwe bitewe n'uko wari utwaye imodoka wakoresheje ibiyobyabwenge.
Both of these are Class 4 felonies.
Ibyaha byombi bishinjwa ibyaha byo mu cyiciro cya 4 ibanze.
This allegedly occurred on August 25, 2022.
Ibyaha byabaye ku itariki 21 z'ukwezi kwa munani 2022.
I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20 and October 22 in the downtown Superior Court.
Itariki yo kuzajya ku rukiko ni itariki 20 z'ukwezi kwa 10 ndetse na tariki 22 z'ukwezi kwa 10 n'ubundi ku rukiko rukuru rw'ikirenga rwa downtown.
I'm affirming the bond set by your judge. It is a $500 bond.
Hano rero hakaba hariho ikiro waciwe n'umunyamategeko mukuru cyashyizweho n'umunyamategeko mukuru y'amadolari 500. Yo ni amafaranga y'amande.
If you're able to pay that bond and are released, you will be on supervised release.
Uramutse ubashije kwishyura amafaranga warekurwa.
Ni ukuzakora umuntu akayashaka none nayakure.
Yeah, I don't have that money right now. Maybe you can give me time to try to look for that.
You will be on supervised release if you are released, and you will also have alcohol and drug testing.
Nibaramuka ari uko nk'uko bimeze rero nuramuka urekuwe uzakomeza gukurikiranwa ucungishijwe mbega ijisho aho bazajya bisaba yuko uzajya mwitabira gahunda zimwe na zimwe zisuzuma kutakiri gukoresha ibiyobyabwenge.
You are also not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Ntabwo wemerewe gukoresha gukoresha intwari runaka, gukoresha ibiyobyabwenge byose runaka harimo n'inzoga.
Yego.
Okay.
Please go to your left for your paperwork.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Please go to your left for your paperwork.
Urajya aho ngaho ibumoso kuri urwo rupapuro rwawe.
Nawe mfite ikibazo.
And I have a question.
Go ahead.
Ikibazo mfite ko hari DY bigeze bampereza ndayishyura ndayirangiza niga amashuri byose ndabirangiza yaba ari iyo cyangwa ko ntari kuzimenya ko nzi ko hari iyo ndangije na n'ubu njya nishyura ku koti.
Yeah, but I'm feeling confused about this felony I'm getting charged to. There's another one I have already done to pay, I have already done to attend the classes for alcohol control. Is it related to this one or is it different?
Sir, I have no idea. I don't know your other arrest history. I'm only here to talk about this warrant that I have in front of me today.
Nyakubahwa ibyo nta gitekerezo na kimwe bifiteho ntabwo nzi yandi makuru wenda yisumbuyeho ku byerekeye ibindi byaha wagiye ukora wenda waba warahaniwe icyo nikubwira kurwanya kino cyaha gitanga muri kino gipapuro kigize uburenganzira bwo kufunga icyaha ukoze ku itariki twakubwiye nibyo turi kugenderaho ntabwo tubizi.
Yego.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your help, Mr. Interpreter.
Yeah, thank you so much for using your service by Half Branch.
If you're ready, information contained in the warrant and affidavit is true and accurate to the best of your personal information knowledge and belief. All right, I'll grant it. Sure, thank you.
Mr. Gill?
Hey, Your Honor.
Hi, sir, do you need an interpreter?
No.
Are you sure? Which language is better for you, English or Spanish?
Spanish 100%, but I understand English.
Okay. If Spanish is better for you, then we're going to use an interpreter, okay?
Yes, please.
So please only answer in Spanish, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, is the interpreter on the line?
Yes, good evening. My name is Claudia, and I will be your Lion Bridge Spanish interpreter, ID number 2124. I am ready for your instructions.
Thank you. I'll be speaking to the defendant now. Would you please slowly and clearly state your full name and date of birth?
Bueno, buenas noches. Yo seré su intérprete. Interpretaré todo lo que se diga y lo mantendré confidencial. ¿Me podría usted dictar su nombre lentamente, su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento?
Sí, Giovanni Oari Gil Arreola, fecha de nacimiento enero 19 de 1987.
Ok, gracias. ¿Me repite su nombre? Escuché Gil Ariola, pero el primer nombre, por favor.
Mi primer nombre es Giovanni Oari.
Gracias. It's Jovan Oaris Gil Ariola, 119-1987.
Thank you. You are here on a new case in the Superior Court.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Usted se encuentra aquí el día de hoy bajo lo que es un caso nuevo aquí en el Tribunal Superior.
You have been arrested for one count of sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 2 felony.
Entonces usted ha sido arrestado por lo que es por la explotación sexual de un menor, que es una delito grave clase 2.
I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 20 and October 22 in the downtown Superior Court.
Entonces yo le voy a asignar a usted lo que es un abogado. Su próxima fecha de audiencia sería el día 20 y el día 22 de octubre en lo que es del Tribunal Superior del centro de la ciudad.
I'm setting a bond of $25,000.
Voy a programar una fianza de $25,000.
If you are able to pay that bond and are released, you will be on supervised release and you will have an electronic ankle monitor.
Entonces, si es que usted puede pagar esta fianza, usted va a ser liberado, ¿verdad? Con lo que es una libertad condicional de supervisión. También se le va a colocar lo que es un grillete electrónico en el tobillo.
Furthermore, you are not to return to the scene of the crime. You are to have no contact with any victim or witness, and you can have no contact with any minors.
También usted no debe de regresar al lugar de los hechos. Usted no debe de tener contacto con lo que es la víctima, testigos. Tampoco no debe de tener contacto con menores.
You are prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means except to communicate with your defense attorney.
También a usted no se le permite tener acceso a ingresar al internet utilizando ningún tipo de aparato electrónico, solamente con el propósito de ponerse en contacto con su abogado defensor.
Finally, you are not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Finalmente, usted no debe de tener posesión de lo que es ningún tipo de armas, drogas o alcohol.
Please go to your left for your paperwork.
Por favor, pase aquí a su mano izquierda para que le entreguen sus documentos.
Tengo preguntas.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
¿Puedo contactar a mis hijos en algún momento?
May I able to contact my children?
Not at this time.
En estos momentos, no.
¿Me dejarán saber cuando pueda?